Hey guys, and welcome to the assembly video for your balsa wood bridge. And so right now we have our two side trusses that are complete, and we have our deck that is complete. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting our bracing, our top bracing. You can see I've already cut mine, so if I place my template down, you can see that I have all four pieces of my top bracing already cut. And so that's all you're going to be doing is cutting your top bracing, right? Now, once you have your top bracing, we're going to start with assembly. So, first thing that you're doing is you're going to be looking at your truss or your truss systems, right? We're looking at how they line up. So we're going to place our trusses on top of our deck, right? And you can see how they are lined up on top of the struts, right? And so you want to make sure that all of your joints are over each of the strut areas. So if you designed your bridge correctly, you can see that all of your joints for your truss members will be directly lined up over a strut. Okay? And so you're going to check that for both sides of your bridge, making sure that your side trusses are lined up correctly. So I'm going to check this side. And so you can see that they're lined up all the way across. And so the next thing that we're going to be doing is I'm going to tape, again, I'm going to tape my deck down to my surface, and then I'm going to start assembling with a side truss at a time, right? So I'm going to assemble one side truss, make sure it's glued, and then I'm going to assemble my second side truss, and then I'm going to start putting my bracing. My bracing is going to go where each of the joints lays out, right? So the bracing is going to be connecting the top. It's not going to be between, it's going to be on top, connecting each of those joint areas, right? So as we go across, we're going to be gluing our bracing. Okay, like I said, we're going to be taping down our deck members. So I'm going to tape this one down here, tape it down here, and I'm going to tape this side down right here. Okay. And so now I'm going to start with the glue. Now with this, again, we're going to be using the dipstick, right? So we're going to dip it in. And then on all those joint areas, you're going to make sure that you have a nice dab of glue. You don't want too much, but you do want enough to where it's hitting both the side and the bottom of the strut. I'm going to do that on both sides. And then once you have all your glue applied, then you're going to start with your placement. And so I just had to move that tape so it's on the ends. Now I'm going to start with my side truss on this side, lining up, making sure that my joints are directly over the struts like we talked about, holding that in place. And then the other side, this part's pretty easy. Kind of holding that in place. And then while you're holding that in place, you want to start gluing at least one of the struts on, or your bracing on top. So I'm going to start with this one right here. Put some glue. And then I'm going to put on one piece of bracing. I'm going to hold that in place. Now once you have all your pieces in place, you can put tape going from one side of the board to the other, kind of holding that all together and in place. Okay, so I'm going to have that. And so now I'm going to continue on, finish up with the rest of my bracing, and you'll see me back at the end of the video. And then so for this last brace right here, you can see I'm going to have to pull these in together a little bit, making sure that it's together. And again, so all our bracing is directly over the struts, directly over all of our joints, and it's in place, right? And so in order to keep your pieces in the space or in the area that they need, you may want to place some tape. So let's do that. Wow. There we go. All right, and so that's it. So now once you're done with all your bracing, what you're going to want to do is reinforce all those areas with some tape so that way it dries correctly. Okay, dries evenly. Okay, and so I will show you guys the end product in the thumbnail. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know.